Hello everybody, welcome back to Jordan Golf TV, where we are talking about all things golf, and in today's episode we're going to be talking about some of the biggest trends in golf fashion in 2025. Now I think it's worth mentioning that golf fashion has come a long way in recent times. The huge uptick in golf popularity since the pandemic has brought in a wave of younger players, as well as a lot of new female players, as well as rekindling a lot of millennials' appetite for the game as they now have a little bit more money to spend on it. And brands have cottoned on to this upsurge in popularity, with a lot of designer brands or streetwear brands getting into golf fashion and producing collections or capsules that consumers can take onto the course, but also wear that same stuff off the course. The traditional golfing aesthetic has been pretty plain and pretty basic. I'm thinking pleated pants, a polo shirt, and a sporty cap, and maybe some traditional looking golf shoes. It's a pretty simple aesthetic that's hard to go wrong with, and is by and large accepted at pretty much any golf club out there you can play. But there's currently a prevailing narrative out there which centers around this idea of beating the dress code, not necessarily conforming to the perceived stuffy or elitist dress code restrictions that a lot of private clubs have installed. As a result, the whole golf fashion space has completely opened up to embrace and endorse new aesthetics, new textures, different types of looks. And so today we're going to be going through some of the biggest trends that I've seen play out in recent times on the course. One of the most popular trends I've seen play out in recent times is this nostalgic throwback trend to the early 2000s. Think Tiger in the early 2000s. Think David Duval. We're talking about a baggier, more wide-legged trouser, baggier, more loose-fitting polos. This look has become so popular that it's actually created a vintage market wherein people are really looking to get their hands on these old items that were all the rage back in the early 2000s. Whether it's an old school logo on a hat or an old school windbreaker from the early 2000s, the whole Y2K golf fashion scene is currently exploding. The next big trend we're seeing a lot of in 2025 is the influence of streetwear. Now this isn't like a 2025 thing, this has been happening over the past few years, but we're seeing more and more streetwear brands get into golf and release golf collections or golf capsules. I'm thinking brands like Palace, brands like Malbon, brands like Amélie d'Or have come out in recent times to bring out a golfing collection, as well as the various smaller brands that have a streetwear aesthetic. And this particular aesthetic resonates, I think, with a lot of millennials, as well as a lot of Gen Zers who have maybe had adjacent interests in things like sneakers or streetwear fashion, and are looking for duality in their wardrobes, wherein they can wear the same item on the golf course and play golf, and then they can take that same item and then pair it with something else from their closet to feel comfy and look good in the streets. At least in my case, these days, when I'm thinking about making a purchase for the golf course, I'm also thinking whether or not I can pull that same item off the course. And when you think about streetwear and golf, it's kind of a two-way street. You see, streetwear has started to influence golf fashion, but golf fashion has also been influencing streetwear over the past couple of years. Tailored, wide-legged trousers and smart-looking button-up dress shirts have taken the place of like skinny jeans and big logo t-shirts and bathing ape hoodies or Supreme stuff. The presence of big logos as well in golf fashion is a carryover from streetwear, where traditionally big logos on a polo weren't really the thing in golf, but now they're about. The next big trends that I'm seeing a lot of is the technical wear or the gorpcore type look. Now this particular look is definitely a little bit more seasonal. Autumn time, winter time, having a technical golf outfit is like par for the course, if you'll mind the pun. It's essential, really. Good examples of brands that have been doing really well to capitalize on this type of a look is a brand like Manners. They've really moved into this technical space and created almost their own unique look. The windbreaker shirts, the greenkeeper trousers, the slightly looser fits, the recycled fabric, the wicking fabric that enables you to stay dry in the wet. This look is quite often complemented with a particular type of like alternative golf shoe, like a hiking shoe or a trail running shoe. It affords really good performance whilst beating the elements, whilst looking a little bit different to everyone else out there. Another big trend I'm seeing is with accessories. This can be head covers. People are ditching the factory head covers and then swapping them out for some small branded head covers or big branded head covers. Decorating your bag has been a big thing in 2025 that I've seen as well. And it's not just head covers, it's the actual bag itself. Like the bag that you're carrying around these days can say a lot about your interest in golf fashion. Pencil bags are big. There's so many different brands out there, whether it's Hiroki from New Zealand or whether it's the Mackenzie bag or any of these other smaller name brands that are even doing hand painted bags like this one here from Bold Golf. The bag you're carrying and the accessories that you're using are very much an extension of your own expression on the course, and I love it. And then we have footwear. I mean, bro, golf footwear these days is massive. Golf footwear is almost being looked upon as a bit of equipment as opposed to just a piece of footwear for a lot of people. And then contrastingly, a lot of people are trying to bring in different types of non-golf specific footwear as they find them more comfortable or easier to use or just more fun to play in. And the whole golf shoe world is massive. I mean, if you guys have been following my channel, you'll know that I've reviewed a whole number of different golf shoes. For sneakerheads like me that are also into golf, you've got your retro Jordans or your retro Nikes that have been cleat converted to play golf in, which when you play in them give that sense of familiarity about wearing something that you know and love and grew up wearing, and you're able to take it onto the course and play golf with. Like, how cool is that? For some of the more like technology driven players out there, you've got brands like Painter who have gone through painstaking methods to develop technology that assists you in your swing, creating power, creating speed, but all the while having stability and simultaneously looking good. And then you've got the hype beasts out there who just need to have something like the Travis Scott Jordan 1 lows because this is the hype shoe to play golf in. Or if you don't even want to play golf in these, man, you can take these out into the streets. I mean, the resale prices on these Travis Scott golf shoes have been nuts over the past couple of years. I mean, pairs of these have been selling for well over £1,000 in some sizes and continue to sell for those prices to this day. And then you've got sneaker references within traditional models like the FootJoy Premier Series LX. This shoe right here is inspired by the Air Jordan 11 Concord, designed by Teddy Santis and brought out by ALD in conjunction with FootJoy. I mean, you can't get a more overt blending together of streetwear and golf than a collaboration between FootJoy and Aimé Leon Dore. And this isn't a new thing. FootJoy have been collaborating with big players in the golf sort of streetwear scene. I'm thinking Metalwood Studios, and they've also been collaborating with the likes of designer brands like Bushimi. And then you have that 90s nostalgia again in golf shoes being raked up with shoes like the Reebok Pump. This collaboration between Manners and Reebok is another coming together of brands that shows the direction that golf fashion is heading in right now. I know there's a whole bunch of golfing trends that are currently permeating throughout the golfing world, and so if I've missed anything out that you guys would like to see me talk about in another episode and a follow-up one, just comment down below your favorite golfing trend that you're seeing play out in 2025. And obviously the angle that I've come from in this particular episode is one that is maybe a little bit more influenced and informed by the whole streetwear culture, but as a sneakerhead, as a streetwear enthusiast over the past 10 years, that's kind of where my background is coming from. So feel free to comment down below what your favorite golf trend is at the moment from a fashion perspective or from a performance perspective, and I will be sure to include it in a follow-up video down the road. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch the video. Let me know what you thought down below, and please give the video a like before you bounce, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care for now, and peace.